Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of Arm Change Series 07, the Gridon and Dandeliner set. So, very cool. I actually got this out sort of on, I keep saying very cool in all my reviews. I should stop. Anyway, but I'm really excited to get this because Gridon's honestly one of my favorite designs. I can't tell you why, but I really like it. And the Arm Change figures have been hard to get a hold of, so I'm just glad I got one semi-close to its release. Anyway, we'll just take a really quick look at the packaging. I don't want to spend too much time on it, obviously. Obviously, this is where all the stuff was. You get a half picture of Gridon. I get Gridon riding the bike. On the top, you get a little shot of him. Shows how the series works, how the lock works. Side picture of him. Another side picture of him in the lock. And then on the back, it just shows that, you know, other things in the lock vehicle line, how the lock vehicle works, how it's all compatible. What? No way. Other figures can ride on the bike? Man. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's obviously, as you could tell, a larger package than the other ones because it comes with a lock vehicle. We're gonna go ahead and go over the figure first. So let's start with him. This is just the base for Gridon, really nothing special to it. You can see it's clear there, so whatever color goes through is there. He's all primarily brown in the gray parts. You got a semi-painted Sengoku driver there. I meant semi because it's painted but not really that great. I wasn't like glitching. But there's really nothing too spectacular about the details on him. Here, he shares the same base articulation mold as all the other ones. You've got a hinge joint here. You get some pretty good movement actually, you know, 360, pretty decent ways out. Swiveling here, you got the single elbow joint. His hands have those individual finger joints here, so that's neat. And the hand swivels, of course, unless, did I already do that? Anyway, and then you got a sort of nice hinge joint here. You can get some pretty solid range of outward and backward and forward movements. A single knee joint does swivel here. There's on a bit of a ball joint for his foot here, so you can get some pretty solid movements depending on the way you want to move his legs. No toe joint action there. His waist does swivel, but it's not like a big joint like a figure art one, and there's no articulation at the waist, but you do have a little ball joint at his head, so pretty good articulation. I always kind of compare this sort of class of figure as like right in between figure arts and like Power Rangers 5-inch figures. They're better detailed and more articulated, but not quite figure arts level. So that is him on his own, and then obviously here you have his arms here, which, you know, back when we first saw it, we thought he was a coconut. Like, obviously you can tell now, it's an acorn, it's a nut. But like when we first saw him, it was like a poster and he was like way in the back, just being brown. And like the rumor was that he was coconut, which I'm kind of disappointed he's not. But regardless, I really like his design. And then you got his little mallet weapon here, so he can just play whack-a-mole. Or you can just like go up to people's knees and make them bend, I don't know. But it's actually pretty nicely painted, so pretty well done. To put it on there, pretty much you know this if you've watched any of these reviews. You snap it on, unfold it. The little helmet in here is separate when you get it, but you can store it in there, so it just all goes on at once like the show, which I forgot to show in my first few arm change reviews. So I'm going to snap it on there. I'm going to be careful with this one because for whatever reason I had a hard time getting it to stay properly, and actually still am. Found it kind of difficult. I don't know why. Is it on there? Good. All the sides. All right. All the sides are on there. So now we will unfold. So these two halves are sort of split, and they're going to become his shoulders. And then this back piece will detach from his head and slide down there. And then the chest piece will go here. And it actually kind of slides up and down. It almost seems like it's like a sliding mechanism. Like it'll slide up, and then it'll slide into it like you just saw. So that's pretty cool. So very, very cool. There you have Gridon, and his shoulders keep popping out, but there you have Gridon being pretty awesome looking, I have to say. These figures, I think, have been really good substitutes for the figure arts. Obviously, there's a lot of great deal in the figure arts, but I think this one just looks particularly great. In fact, he might be one of my favorites. I really like all the line that I have of the line, I mean. But out of the ones I have, just like general look-wise, I think he might be one of my favorites. I think they did a really good job on him. I'm going to have him standing in sort of a generic pose, but just to get a pan of him. He looks really cool, as you can see there with his eyes. The yellow sort of compound effect works really well for this. I think they did a really good job on that. So he's looking pretty good, honestly. I think the armor makes him look really cool. Like I said, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but it's one of my favorite armors. And I think that this arm change figure in particular looks really nice. And, you know, maybe it's just me, and we've only seen pictures, but the figure art for him that we've seen the pictures of seems a little skinny. It just seems a little skinny compared to the way he should be, and this one seems about right proportion-wise. But anyway, we'll set him aside briefly, so now we can take a look at the Dandeliner here. That is another lock vehicle. And this one actually seems more compact than Soccer Hurricane and the Rose Attacker. If I got those names wrong, I'm sorry. But anyway, but it's obviously, you can still tell it's transformable. It's a lot more square. You can see the sort of dandelion type thing there. It's obvious here with this little sort of missile looking thing here. It's still obvious, but I think it's a lot more compact than the other two. As you can see there, by pressing the button you can unlock it. It does not have any sounds. However, let me just show it real quick, since it's going to be going in bike mode. It actually can fit into the Sengoku driver. Here's the Sengoku driver here. And on the back here you can actually see that it will fit, and you can lock it in there like that and place it in. It's not on, but hold on. Let's do this. It won't activate any new sounds other than the ones the Sengoku driver provides. So lock on. And that's all it will do. But still, it's neat that this one can actually fit into there. It probably would have cost more if it had sounds, but I don't know what it would say anyway, since they don't really do that in the show. But still, neat that you can do that. Anyhow, like with the other ones, the transformation is very quick, very simple. Press that up, fold this out like this, and then you're going to fold this piece out down here. You can pull that out. Make sure this is open, like I already did. Fold this up, and then these little two things are going to become handles. And there you have it, the Dandeliner. Sort of like a little hover bike dealie. It's pretty neat. I really do dig the lock vehicles. They're really fun and easy to transform. In a lot of ways, I think I like the design of maybe Gaim's better in terms of bike-wise. But in a lot of ways, I think this one's my favorite just because its transformation remains fun and simple, and at the same time, it also... It just, I was trying to think of where I was going with this. If the transformation remains fun and simple, oh yeah, but it conceals itself better, and it is nice that it actually can fit with the driver, which it does nothing, really. It does nothing other than fit, but still pretty cool. So I'm just going to kind of have him sort of sitting on it. Alright, so we basically got him on there. He's not exactly sitting right, but I don't feel like just fiddling with him all day. But overall, really, really cool set. I really dig it. He looked really good on the bike. It's really nice to have the sort of different thing with the bike instead of just the figure itself. There's also a Kurokage set, which I'm currently trying to get my hands on. But really, really cool. Like I said, I really like Gridon. So also, just of note, I said this in my Pine Ichigo Arms review, but I'm no longer going to be showing all the possible combinations of the arms, since there is a site for that. But at the end of the series, when they release all these figures, I do plan on doing a montage video that just shows all the different combinations, and then I'll just link it to these, so the people in the future will get to enjoy that. But for now, you pretty much know how the gimmick works, and it just seems like it was a bit of a time waster. If you want to see me do a couple in the future, like maybe just maybe 3 or 4, just let me know and I'll include that in the next reviews. But for now, I'm just going to keep it to, you know, maybe linking to the site and doing that video at the end of the series. So just so you know about that. But overall, I definitely recommend this. If you watch any of my reviews, you know I really love this line. I think that the whole gimmick is absolutely fun. I think the figures are really, really good figures for display and for play. Hey, that rhymed. And the bike is also really cool. I really like the lock vehicles. I think it's a fun and easy transformation, and it just adds to your collection. And it's, like I said, even though it does nothing, it's cool that it actually worked in the Sengoku driver. But very cool. Definitely recommended to fans of the Arm Change line or Gaim. But that's about it. Until next time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out the crazy podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. Until next time, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.